dear echo any dear ba me boss was instead be bring na APP mu isane say enema no ye hwehwe nkrata mu no when the Attorney General echo government accountability series, you know, the same be bring na be to just say of say what is really happening with Unibank, you know. Esafata say yejemu na emum no de aka no ye gigi say sika ni ntino ura Dr. Duffuor and then 7 others in there ade say ye set you free say ne be ya de aka ni nyina na ebetumi agigi court in there ebe harding because again no it has been in court for almost about how many years, 4 years and beyond. Sika no be jan komagite but any say be na no na APP mu ye nya letters ye nya documents KPMG and after letters efi Duffuor ne office. We've seen documents that we have exclusive with us signed by Dr. Duffuor himself, who is a shareholder and Nyema Omakeka since 2018. I force us same way a chassis no ehun komo any ababidi ene anope na match sure dey call any dey ebenyina to na fe ye the discussions no ahye so Charles McCarthy wo fi anam sa so na Ziga eso atenase na ye di enkomo now mo nim Unibank issues ni nyina no ye di kan be catch Ghana men nyina say as we talk right now no the initial amount Unibank any 7 others make Duffuor and 7 others Eddie or my Ghana no as we stand 5.7 billion sa na reporter ye catcher say a car omo Eddie any 5.7 billion aso ye pa enu ntino esafata say ye kokot na yakoje saa sika we nyina na yede ma oman Ghana nya saa pa dia ebeye bibie wo ho. So what it means again is that 5.7 billion ye kan ho asemi eno na omugina so eka se saa dia yenje bank no enfi Duffuor ene ne shareholders for nsem esane se mo de sika we nyina mo de saa eka we dia ensem fata se bank no etumi ejina because then oningina so bank no so ne foundation no enye papa. So indeed this is the initial amount ye catch yen say bank no at the 5.7 billion and ye nim say bank no car omode aban no. But it's interesting when you move on now they are telling us to say Unibank assets with government see ye can say assets are Unibank and Ejapade nko na ewo aban ho a me no wo kase fiti 2018 ebesi sesembere na edi sankomo nyina na me di kan ka cho say 5.7 billion and sika omuso omode no apparently ye hwehwe ebo no since December 2017 no na aban nko sika omode out of the so called 5.7 billion no sika na sesa aban etuama Unibank as of that time was about 3.1 billion Ghana cedis and also omutia Unibank. What it means again is that say ample crown 5.7 billion no, was the real sikana wo hona padia as they declared the padia. That it means that sanka aban etia Unibank 3.1 billion and the bank would have still been alive because out of 5.7 billion that's a bank at the Sakaway 3.1 billion there. What it meant was that the bank was still sustainable. And to me ejina ne naso na aye juma. Again remember, yenyanom memma ne papanom ne ofasifo nyina no were there. Omo ye juma. So 5.7 billion na wo kan ho asem na wo say na figure no. As we speak, abana mu na de Unibank ka from 2017 3.1 billion na wuntuaka etina wuntua sesika we no. How come were you able to declare to tell per KPMG report to say bank no enyina ne nanso bank no entimi nye de send the fatent no mo ye very insolvent no yengu no. In any case offer KPMG report now when you look at it omo ye no July 2018 the KPMG report in itself did not mention any figure that will tell Ghanaians and as a Bank of Ghana say yenam report here nyina echi bank no sika omode anase ka omode ni neme ko ba ye nyina no was this amount. KPMG report did not, any of the report did not mention any figure. So when we arrived at the 5.7 billion, then Aban say okay fine, you behwehwem ye ko mu no Aban kwa deka 3.1 billion. I'm going to show you that 3.1 billion no, where it is coming from. How Aban etime gina ne nanso egu bank when indeed one kasa mu no what they card that. Now when you look at the breakdown here, as of the same time, December 2017, government of Ghana guarantee loans was almost about 557 million Ghana cedis. Public institutions loans, make up public institutions are buying institutions in Omajeji loans FE Unibank was amounting to 46 million. Export guarantees or the man buying was 114 million. And after the same GOG, Ghana government of Ghana mortgage loans in FE Unibank was 9.3 million Ghana cedis. Anyway, there are other things on GGF, for instance. T-bills, treasury bills, was about 1.1 billion Ghana cedis. Esla bonds, Esla and the account one same way energy when Esla and your papa and all that back to back in Inano. It was the Aban was owing 131 million Ghana cedis. Cash and short-term funds on the Maya was 233 million Ghana cedis, and then unpaid guarantees, IPCs, and for me, it's also another critical area that we need to look at. The IPCs. I mean, I don't quite 1.3 billion Ghana cedis. So, you know, if we give you all the breakdown that comes with assets now buying Unibank, that is the more reason why I told you. That if you check the previous slide, it is almost about 3.1 billion Ghana cedis. So all these ones were owed by Ghana buying when it comes to Unibank. And this is it. Government assets ni nano, them also in our choices here, it amounts to 3.1 billion Ghana cedis, which for me are very huge. Even from that figure now, 5.7 billion now. Omokanwa sem say Sebi Unibank for Edinity collapse bank. Now listen, we got 5.7 billion. Back and forth, now figures are changing. Apparently, the 5.7 billion case, and my can't say, Unibank at the Sakan into Yengu Bank. Yes, I call court in Babaka. The receiver comes back with a revised amount. Now, I shifted from 5.7 billion about 2.8 billion by the receiver, the same receiver who and the same receiver now name him said Niama Amano Dodu or no and or call or receiver no for it. But in any case, check. Niama Dodu was the one who was handling the KPMG report concerning the Unibank. Right after, make kind of story be actual, and it's in the slides. How come he became the one handling the tenant of Unibank? Now listen. So if in 2024, March 26, 2024, Yakokot ni asaba 5.7 billion no eswate about 2.8 billion. How come? Why adding assessor? Any day in the Komuntia Amasa apparently 5.7 na yedi gu ora Duffuor any 7 others any shareholders for any more no. Why has it changed from 5.7 to 2.8 billion? So what has accounted for the shortfall? What has accounted for the reduction, that huge reduction from there? What has really gone on? In the other slide, I will show you how that thing has happened. Now, even before that, now the current Attorney General, Honorable Dominic Ayeni, right? Now telling us, after the accountability series, say the new Attorney General also here no, Ekano 3.3 billion Ghana cedis. Listen, Mabubo figures by the ho. First, made the 5.7 billion and a shares here. A buying at the Unibank 3.1 billion. Ye buy no yako court receive and they say, oh, apparently it's not 5.7 billion. Then momuno 2.8 billion. Now the present government also comes. Also here in the search you know. Also my another figure which is 3.3 billion. So indeed, what the key processes in now, there is something wrong somewhere. The truth is not being told. I'm being cut truth in saying. Ghana my yesterday I see a year from 5 to 2.8 down to 3.3 billion. How come? What is really happening? Now, what is really accounting for the 3.3 billion as the new Attorney General so catch again. Now, Unibank, at the end of the day, I have in front of me a letter which was addressed to the official administrator KPMG Unibank Ghana Limited, 5th of June 2018. This is the letter. Now, when this letter was sent to a receiver, KPMG first, Amano Dodu, then on an Osha there were certain things that Unibank for can say. The moment I'm reporting about it now, Musimu Gu Bank, almost a montomobo. Yes, let's go into it and let me man when she say be payment plan. In fact, the law allows the shareholders plus the owner of the bank an open to say okay, yes, mo bank no ebegu no Bank of Ghana say muntu me ngina mo nan so then na mo be pumping sika another te muntu me nya hwede a ye beje bank na fi musam already funding the crowd for said dabida ye ma bank no enko inte be ma mo nhyehyeye it will throw a letter at the command KPMG some na mo yes san hwehwe mu no mo da beto enim say ye bank no ye ntumi en sustain dia ye ma reasons inti e betumi sustain. Now listen, I'll say one. Yeah, the 1 billion ever same mid-July 2018. We around Duffuor and 7 others. Two. Beside the extra 1 billion ever same before September ending in 2018. 3. The 3.7 billion ever in assets. You can say assets a Japadie on physical say dine you see school down we and as a property way there. No value no was about 3.7 billion. Yeah, the Becca 1 billion back on the month July. Yeah, the Becca 1 billion back on the month September. Now face yes, Bank of Ghana, any government of Ghana, most settle bill of about 1 billion the bank neka. Now check the figures. Money no. So what can ASK in our bomwa? How much are you going to get? Now the person is telling you, said, may yes idea, and this was June 2018, June 5th, exactly 2018. That same time now, Musumu good bank, Moje bank in Efi, Duffuor, shareholders in seminal. That was the same time they were telling you, say, we will supply you or we will provide these 4 things. But the 4th one was the fact that our buying almost 1 billion Ghana cedis. Our bank will be sustained. Yes, so shareholders, you say, yeah, they seek 1 billion every same mid-July. You better the same before September ending. Now, first, you are providing a assets a Japadian worth 3.7 billion. Now, yeah, the account okay can say what it meant was that if they responded to the letter signed by Dr. Duffuor, Anka Bank will call Unibank and Kessben sustaining the because then reasons in no, we should have given them that space, that time, to say something. So indeed, Unibank offered from June 5th, 2018, offered say you better sign them away now. But the question arises: did then the MPP government in power, then the finance minister, then Bank of Ghana boss, did they, and I said KPMG, did they respond to ASID we are now? Our investigation tells us to say on the 3rd of August, around that time, which I'll show you another slide, on the 3rd of August, Duffuor ain't reply. From July, our show ASI Krataway, July 5th, sorry, June to August, now Unya a reply from KPMG. Now watch this. Amount Ye fee revised on say me catch us 5.7 billion. Me san catch us say at so bebe 2.1 or so billion. Say see omo ye is sakraye no. The tini apparently 2.1 billion. Almost a fictitious claim. Just say idea na it doesn't exist. Idea na any ho. But into why ended 2.1 no e kan ho koye 5.7 billion na ye di eje bank ni fee ora Duffuor nsem no. How come? Who put this 2.1 billion in the document to prove that Sebi Unibank Edeka and for matter see collapse no? Why NAS idea no? We'll get to know. Then another one, 300 million. And also a separate legal pursuit. I no crown say ye can't fictitious the anyway ya. Ye ba be can also most about 300 million na. Sebi na also another issue and so the amount na ye shall was say swat no. Some of these things were in there. Now man Sasikano escalating. How come? Why NAS idea no? And indeed, it is something we really need to look at. Now, let's move to the other slides. Now, share the echo. Interestingly, there's another document that was written by Yenia Bema and then Deputy Attorney General Ora Godfred or Yebo Adame. Now, previously, Obeye friend say penyin nankasa meka Attorney General nankasa. Now, last week me sure say mo kenkan the articles ni bi. I read it and better na catch us say what try resist certain questions. I felt to say anka ono kwan kedi so okasa bi. Enkedi so ode ne ho kra begigim kra bisa Ora Dominic ni questions kra about this thing because na ono akasa bu no na what show in Kata Koma Ora Ken Oforiatta then Honorable Minister Ministry of Finance na what show in Kata Akomano were raising serious points, serious issues within a document in a crime and we are not doing it without proving to you, and that's why I'm showing you the document that we have with the logo and everything. Now watch this. Godfred Odame prelim, yakasa prelim or share a document na KPMG4 ayeno de bayeno. The initial prelim as Deputy Attorney General no, and some and that was January 25th, 2019. This is what he said. One, or say, June 2018, Unibank administration notified government of 868 million Ghana cedis owed. Obasanjo said, or cash minister said, Minister then Oforiatta said, me pacho Unibank for administration and notify a buying say abide the omoka 868 million Ghana cedis. Yentua kaya buying entua or catch your minister then Oforiatta may catch you. Two, or say finance ministry then began verification on the 868 million. What it means is that time Ora Godfred Odame catch minister say me hu sadie we ewo eye document nim aban no kra na no aban ka say okay and the Ministry of Finance ka say okay me ba hwehwem say yampa say 868 million Ghana cedis no aban the e friend saying Unibank for Sasika no mo domo ka na. Now look at the interesting thing here. July 2018 ye kan wasem na ye see ye kwakoye verification to check whether indeed 868 million Ghana cedis was owed by government. 1st of August 2018, Bank of Ghana revokes Unibank licenses and transfer to CBG. How? Check the months. July 2018. We are talking about checking verification of indeed amount Bank of Ghana Unibank said Ghana buying mote onwo kamuntia kana bank the best sustainable no 868 million no. What finance minister any ministry beka chere say mo kwa hwehwem sampa 868 no no kra na say no crap. You have not finished your verification and then you take the license from Unibank on the 1st of August. How? Again, listen, it's very interesting. Rich Beba, the same time now, 1st of August, you revoke Unibank for license, that was the same time and you won CBG. Are we serious? Oh, setting up bank. Is that the process you go through? On the 1st of August, you revoke Unibank. On the same 1st of August, you bring a new bank. And you sustain the new bank with another huge money. Listen, August 2nd, and I want CBG starts operating. Okay, we go on 1st August. And now, we transfer all the properties, any assets in and a new bank called CBG. 2nd August, now CBG are starting operations. How? How do you do that? And these are in the document here. And even God for the is telling a young minister then, say, I didn't know and your papa. It is wrong. You don't do that. On your verification here, what sorry said, my good bank, about 1 year verification. So if we are doing verification now, what it means is that if indeed 868 million are buying the car, then the collapse of the bank was illegal. And that is not fair. That is not fair. There are too many things in here. You're failing number, but if it's a say, and you're on my idea, just as McCarthy said last Friday, I think said the nation should apologize to Dr. Duffuor and the shareholders, because if indeed say planet there, then your problem. And this is what we have now. There are a lot of things here that you better come on and say. We want to really understand how you go bank without doing double checks, verifications, and all that. Is that how you go bank? Sir, and you go mine. Meaning we crown. Listen. And I will over how many people are not yet Juma or a year bank? Some a beer to me and to draw no a month almost school fees. I know some of them are sebi. Say bankers and Nema omoko estate to estate and whole Nema to survive. All because somebody used pen, somebody refused to do verification, somebody refused as I dream Bonio say dentio what go a bank for people's home to be shattered. And you think it is fair? You think it is fair? Ghana. We're going to give employment, and this is what the employment was. 7 minutes past the hour of 9.